In this experiment, we will use the AD2 as a wave generator and as an oscilloscope. The right two terminals will represent W1 and W2. It's used for the function generator, while the channel 1 and channel 2 on the left represent the scope channel. By connecting W1 to CH1, we can see the signal that we generate through W1 on channel 1, while when we connect W2 to channel 2, we can see the signal that we generate through W2 on channel 2.
We will create a sine wave of 1 kilohertz frequency and 1 volt peak to peak, which represented here in the amplitude as 500 millivolts on the channel 1. So now we need to also apply another wave form on channel 2. This is gonna be a triangle and 2 kilohertz, and the amplitude will be 2 volt peak to peak. Now we have to press enable, and in order to see, now we are generating the sine wave and the triangle wave on the AD2. Now I need to see these signals on the scope. So go to welcome, hit scope, and after pressing the waveform to be run and the scope as well, now we can see our triangle and sine wave. By scrolling in the middle button on the mouse, we can reduce and increase the time, or we can do it from here. We can choose different time. To apply the DC coupling, we can go to options and show the coupling here, and now it's applied to both signals. By changing the range on the channel 1 or 2, we can change the voltage per division. In order to generate the XY plot of these two signals and getting the sample result in the experiment, we have to change the phase between these two signals. So we go to the wave and we change the phase to 135, and then go to the scope, and here is the result signal with 135-degree phase shift. When we go to the XY here, the result will be as we can see here. In order to get the product of these two signals, which represented in a math function in the oscilloscope, here we can add channels and we can pick the simple, and in this case we can take the product of C1 times C2 and the product of the two signals represented in the red color, as we can see here.